Hello, everyone, and I'm back. Thanks to John giving me a little break. Got a little chance to rest up and going to finish strong for about one more hour. This is mainly just to say thank you to everyone who's donated for me. I want to do a quick shout out to everyone. Let me just pull up my list. And unfortunately, if you noticed, I was having some computer issues at at the end of the stream before John took over. Believe I got them worked out. Still have a few more issues I have to work out, unfortunately. But for the most part, I'm up and running. So let me just pull up my sheet. Just want to make sure I say thank you to everyone who's donated. Okay. Once again, I want to say thank you to my manager who's donated. I want to say thank you to Rob and Ann, who was able to put some extra cash in. I have a friend, Johan, who's known for years, and he was more than happy to help out with me, and I really appreciate it. My older sister was able to put some money in. My friend from New York, Irving, was able to. Jay Heath, one of my colleagues at work, was able to donate. Elizabeth Abraham, one of my friends from New York I worked with for a long time. She's a great woman. The Guerrilli family was able to give money towards it. My wife added some money, and I put a little money towards it too. So right now we're looking at, from my goal of $1,000, I'm at $740. And the nice thing about this is that I can continue to stream to the end of the year. I think it ends December 31st. So I still have some time. So I really appreciate everyone helping out and putting towards that. As far as the team, let's see where the team currently stands. As a team, we're currently at $1,990. We didn't quite reach our goal, but we only have very few people actually streaming during this event. So we're pulling it out. We're getting some stuff done. So I'm going to just finish strong and do about 1 more hours of streaming. And I'm sorry, it's dad time. It's time for my games. It's time for some nice strategy games, maybe some flight simulator stuff. Yeah, I know. Not always the most popular games, but I want to have a little fun for the last hour. I am just making sure. I think I may have a friend who might want to play also, so I'm just checking with him first. So please give me a few minutes while I get that settled in. Once again, I'll leave the screen up if you want to donate or be part of the team. So just give me a second. All right, that's currently up and running. And I am going to make sure I have all my nice, boring dad games up, and we can give that a go. So I will be right back in a second. I hope I probably was on mute the whole time, wasn't I? Oh boy, major issues with that. Um, so let me just make sure that. No, I'm pretty sure I wasn't on mute. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I wasn't on mute, at least in the initial part of that conversation. So I'm just installing a game called Warno. It's the successor of a game called War Game. And what I mean by a dad game is usually just a game that's more complicated than just picking up a controller and playing. Usually takes a little time to actually. You have to have some type of knowledge base to play the game to start with. And I find as I get older, getting into those games, which, to be completely honest with you, can sometimes be annoying because you need to actually study before you play a game, which is a little weird. But especially when it comes to flight simulators or some of the more complicated war strategy games, sort of knowing the units that you're working with really helps out. The flight sim games are way more complicated. I just took down my camera that I had behind me, but I could show you my controller setup for the flight sim games, and I don't even have all of the buttons and whistles I would like to have. Maybe we'll do that at a later date. Like I said, I'll probably have to do some more streams, and I probably will do a stream based just solely around Flight Simulator at some point. It's really interesting. It's fun to get to understand how to do the controls of a complicated fighter, but it is taxing as far as the knowledge based on what you need to do, and sometimes it feels like work. But it's not only that the game itself is a little on the complicated side, it's getting all the controls set up. And I recently had to rebuild my computer, which means I lost a lot of settings. So doing the controls for just one plane can take hours. And when you have 4 or 5 planes, it's not pleasant. But all that aside, I am still waiting for my game to finish downloading. I have 3 minutes to kill. So let's see if maybe we can get something up and running while I'm waiting for that. Okay, so today we did Dark Tide. That's the Warhammer game. We did Going Under. That was the intern game that was very bright that someone said that if they're a vampire, they wouldn't like. We did Orcs Must Die, which once again is that strategy first-person shooter type game. And we did Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, a throwback from anybody who was alive in the 80s. And even now, the Turtles have been consistently a media franchise that has existed for almost 40 years, which I find amazing. But a lot of my other games are not installed because I was rebuilding my machine and getting a new hard drive. So let's see. I am now 2 minutes away from Warno being installed. I'm afraid to start something else, but I'm still waiting for my friend to get back to me. I would love to stream some VR games, but there's a configuration issue you need to do with VR games. All the other games I would like to kick on take forever to play, so it's not like we can just play something quickly and hop over. Guess we can go back on Going Under for like a few minutes. Heat Gunner PC. That's another dad game. It's a simulation of driving a M1A1 or other American tanks or Russian tanks. Somewhat on the complicated side. It's a little more arcadey than the flight simulators, but it's definitely not a pick up and play game. God of War might be a good game to play. How much longer? I'm just stalling right now. I really want to do Warno. I got a minute left. I think we're going to do Warno. We hopefully can wait 1 more minute. Let me switch over to the intro screen while we wait for that last minute, and I'll have everything up and running when I see you guys on the other side. Wano has finished installing, so it's time to geek out over Wano. Okay. So this is a war strategy game. So something like Command and Conquer, uh, Warcraft, a game where you're top down controlling your units. The difference is all of these units represent real world weapons. So, like the frontal armor of a T80 versus the frontal armor of an M1A1 versus its overall range versus what caliber machine guns it has will tell you what's the chances of penetrating that type of hardware. Yeah, it's on the geeky side, and these games tend to be challenging, would be a nice word of saying getting your butt kicked regularly, but they are fun once you get into them, and especially if you have any interest in military weapons. It's interesting to see how your knowledge of military weapons actually refer to actual in-game and combat, trying to figure out what would beat what. Yeah, it's a little on the ultra geeky side, but hey, it's a game. You get to play it. It's cool. So we're going to, I don't have my save settings, so we are going to use just a random NATO army, and we're going to go against a random PAC army, the Soviet Union army. This game, I believe, is based around the 1990s. They think they actually have some 2000 weapons at this point. The older game was based around the 80s. So just certain weapon systems don't show that would show here. And we're probably going to get my butt kicked because I don't have any of my armies and stuff set up, but we'll just throw a chance in and see what happens. All right. So, just like you would expect, top-down view. You got a bunch of objectives you got to take. The computer cheats. Absolutely straight cheats. If I lose, it's because the computer's cheating. I want to be clear about that. Oh, I made my AI easy. That probably is a bad idea. When you're playing against a computer, they kind of cheat, and you sort of want to be at least on the same level. Let me restart that. Hold on a second. Yeah, of course I got to surrender just to leave a game I didn't start, but whatever. I'm not bitter about it at all. Not at all. It's perfectly fine. Yeah. All right, let's try that again. Take a German army, I guess. Oh, is that my build? Yeah, maybe I may have some of my original builds. Let's see. Let me change my army to that. I think that was my build. As long as they don't make them easy. All right, let's try this again. Oh, it's on easy again. Ah, forget it. All right. So the computer is auto deploying. We need to take over. So every time you hold these spots, these large squares, you get a certain amount of points that you can use to purchase new units. If you lose those spots, you don't get those points. So it's through attrition, you're going to run out of units. So the computer does not seem to be concerned about taking over the spot next door. So I think I'm probably going to make that my priority. So let's see what I have. F-15 Strike Eagle, F-16, bunch of Apaches. Okay, got some decent anti-air weapons. Okay, not that great. They're all gun-based anti-air weapons. Ooh, okay. Not the best deck in the world. Yeah, I'm going to put in right now. If I get my butt kicked, it's not my fault. So let's do this. You need a command unit to take over any spot. We're going to take 2 because I don't trust the computer in doing the right thing and actually protecting this area too. And I don't think this area gives us any points. Oh, okay. This is a bad deck. Normally, you'd want to have a couple of different types of soldiers. Soldiers are the most cost-effective in real life in battle to maintain a spot. And it looks like I have very few options. Yeah, this is gonna be interesting. All right, well, yeah, we're gonna see how this goes. I am not feeling confident though. All right, so what we're gonna do is move an army to this corner, take control. We're gonna just lock down this area. I have very few options, it looks like, on defending this spot. And at least I have some recon. Not good, not good. All right, we're going to put a couple of recon units up front. And we want to be able to monitor the roads coming into the areas that we're protecting. I think we're going to go with the heavy Apache unit. But we'll order that once the game starts. We have 400 points left. And at minimal, the computer will be a canary in the coal mine for when the enemy's coming. Yep, we'll start with that. All right, launching.
War Daddy to Red Leader. I'm listening.
All right, so let's deploy these guys.
Looking for enemy planes. Everyone out. Yes, sir. We'll deploy at this position.
All right, so what I'm doing is setting up some units to be sort of a guard. The computer is in a hurry to go Russia off to get attacked, so I am going to set up in a position so I can protect my
At your orders.
recon, my control, my command unit.
Beware, commies nearby.
And we're going to put a couple units to protect him. I don't have a lot of tanks, unfortunately. And I have Sharatons, which are not exactly the best tank in the universe, but... All right, so we're starting with the defense. We're starting with the defensive structure. And now we're going to try to pull together something that can actually attack. We're going to go with a heavy Apache. We're going to put that out there. Apaches are great, really great for long-term coverage. The only problem is they are very vulnerable to planes, and we need to give them some type of cover.
This is Red 2. Enemy spotted.
Looks like we already got incoming. And let's get an Avenger out here. And I'm already broke. So let's pull up the Avenger we have.
Ready to transport. Going there. Waiting for instructions. Enemy at 3 o'clock time. Alright, we're done. Ready to transport. Need a ride?
Let's turn this down a little.
We'll deploy at this position.
Yeah, not exactly the greatest anti-air weapon in the universe. Looks like we got some damage in, though.
I'm listening, Captain.
And we're going to send a supply truck to repair and update those units. And let's see if we can get this Avenger to see those helicopters.
Give 'em out! Where do you need us, sir?
And let's bring in a... not enough resources.
Where do you want something?
Alright, all we need to do is take out the helicopters. And we're going to get our Apache close and smoke those units coming up.
Beware, commies nearby. War Daddy to Red Leader. I am listening.
Okay, we got an Apache. We have a F-16.
The sky is ours. Beware, commies nearby.
So our goal is to attack at maximum range and not get anywhere close to them if we can avoid it.
I think I've been hit. The captain and his
Alright,
crew
pull back. Sometimes the unit doesn't listen.
Ammo depleted.
Pull back.
Where do you need us, sir?
Don't be aggressive. Pull back.
My zone is hot.
Oh, would you pull back?
I am listening. I need that tail rotor checked.
Yeah, good idea. Pull away from the battle.
Nearby.
Alright. I have a M1 here. I should be more than able to take that unit out.
What are the orders? Welcome out. Someone needed Guardian Angel?
I'm going to have to put him back in the battle. Alright. Alright. So let me bring over
Spot movements.
a repair unit
Welcome out.
to get that helicopter fixed back up. And we're going to see if we can smoke that T-55 coming down the line.
Someone needed Guardian Angel?
And hopefully this time he attacks at maximum range.
I spot movements.
Thank you.
Prepare to engage. The captain and his crew welcome you aboard.
Alright, so we're going to make a supply dump for our helicopter. And we need to start putting together a tanky unit, even though our tanks options kind of suck.
Beware, commies nearby.
Alright, let's getting 2 M1s. Yeah, this is not a good deck. Basically, I want to use some type of armored recon, and that's just not going to happen at the moment. But I can get all these guys rearmed and refueled. So that's going to be great because we have T-55s coming down the path. The computer is at least attacking aggressively. So I don't have to worry about them rolling over me immediately anyway. I need to get that helicopter back up though.
Right up. Get in formation.
He's almost completely rearmed, but I got to get him back up now. And I got to pay attention if they launch any fighters that I can get another fighter up. As I said, dad game. I'm fully aware of it. No shame in my game.
Nearby.
While we're doing that, we're going to continue to build up an attacking force that we can roll through some enemies. Unfortunately, I have very little options on what I can use.
Where do you need us, sir?
All right, so we need to keep
Yes, sir.
these anti-air weapons somewhat. Oh,
Flag
oh,
zone is hot.
oh! They have an anti-air weapon of their own. We're gonna pull them out, get them out of there. Hopefully.
Commies nearby.
Come
My
on,
engine is
man.
on fire.
Ah ha ha! They shot down my Apache. The problem is these units are really expensive. They're not like the normal throwaway units you'd have in these games. They're kind of crucial that you don't lose them. You need to put them in danger, but at the same time, losing the unit is very, very painful. So, we're gonna have to be more careful.
Yes, sir.
I see there's some tanks further up, so we're gonna move up our tanks to cover them. And I'm calling in another Apache.
Checklist completed. Ready to go. Commies, right up. Get in formation.
My fault, I had him come up a little too quickly. But we're going to engage their helicopters. Last thing I need is their helicopters being able to shoot me so easily.
Target in sight. Adjusting aim.
And that should take out that T-55. Boom. So no more tank for you. All right. This time, I need an armored fist to go in front of the Apache. I just don't have the units for it. All right, we are going to move out our small tank force and hop from cover to cover. See, the Apache, when positioned right, can really do tons of damage and not put itself in danger. I'm waiting for there's my Abrams. I have 2 Abrams coming in. Oh, that was sneaky. There's some guys hiding in this forest. With the Apache overhead, if it sees them, it can take them out, but it has to see them first.
Give them out.
All right, we're going to be a little careful. We know that there's guys hiding in that forest. Troops in forests are very dangerous against... Oh, the computer's kicking the other computer's butt. We're going to wait till the computer brings up its units. Hopefully that will spot those troops that are hiding and we can engage. I'm going to have the Apache shadow us a little closer. And I'm going to bring up the other anti-aircraft gun. Okay, don't overdo it. There we go. There they are. Well, they showed themselves to attack the Avenger, so we're going to smoke them. And the Avenger should be okay, so we're going to have it engage that helicopter that's flying overhead. And we're going to bring up the support unit. Okay, okay, buddy. Slow your roll. Need you to stay alive. Oh, we got a unit shooting at us. Pull back. Okay, we're going to smoke out. Bring the Apache a little closer, but not close enough to get shot at. And see if we can engage at maximum distance. Oh, we are so getting stomped. The easy computer is going to be a little too aggressive and constantly put its units into danger. And that's sort of what's happening now. That being said, it looks like we have some guys sneaking past here.
Yes, Captain. Engaging target. Beware, commies nearby.
Oh, wow, I don't even have that many tanks. That many helicopters either. And my troop options are really low. Alright. We're going to engage these units. That's a BRM. That's a Soviet troop carrier. Ooh, not good, not good. Let's smoke out. Let's get into position.
Yes, sir.
Okay, we got a T-80 and a T-62 coming our way.
Damn, that was close. What are your orders, sir?
All right, let's pull back. Let's pull back to our defensive line. We got a MiG, Su-25. Let's send this guy out.
Roger. Redeploying. Out.
All right, I'm gonna bring the tanks back up.
Red 6. Mount it up.
See if we can engage that T-82, T-80.
Damn, that was close. Waiting for instructions.
We're gonna bring the tanks up.
Back up! Back up!
Whoa. That Su-25 is causing me some hassle. Let's see if I can bring that F-16 to take him out. Yeah, he's still in mission. Let's see if I can get him to come back.
Ready to attack control. It's hot here!
All right, I'm really concerned about that T-62 coming up the left-hand side.
Red 6.
Ah,
Mount it up.
another attack helicopter.
Take ready. It's hot here!
I may have to use my helicopter to attack his helicopter. Not always the best combo.
I'm listening.
Let me bring up a Vulcan cannon. And we're going to keep him handy. Let's have him evacuate before he runs out of fuel. Oh, they decimated my guys.
Yes, sir. Beware, commies nearby.
Well, I guess flying directly over my head was not the smartest idea in the world. Yeah, the computer, because it was so aggressive, definitely gave me time to actually plan out attacks. The downside is because it was so aggressive, it's got its butt handed to it, and now we're sort of really getting our butt handed. To be fair, this is a hard game, and the computer on easy is a bad idea. And it looks like they're going to kill my Apache, too. Yep. We're out of smoke. We're going to pull back.
Get ready to engage. Red 2. Hitting spot. Take cover, Lieutenant. Red 6. Mount it up.
All right. That arcing unit is obviously artillery. That we have none.
Let's go. And watch out.
So we're going to pull back.
Copy. Right up. Get it.
Yeah, unfortunately, this is a lost battle. The computer, the easy computer really
Get down.
took a lot of losses. And because we're a team,
Damn, it's hot here.
we're done. I don't think we can come back from this, unfortunately. All right, let's change. See if we can get a medium computer. Let's leave this. I hate having to surrender every time, but we'll do that. No more easy computer. I forgot how to change it. There we go. To be fair, two medium versus medium. Let's pick a different map. At least they added a lot of maps. I need to be a 4-player. Let's see what Death Row looks like. And let's see if I can actually get a better deck. That deck was horrible. All right, logistics, infantry, artillery. A lot better tank selection. Apache, F-15, F-11. A-10s are... If you play any of these war strategy games, everybody loves the A-10s because they go burr. They are really effective if there's no anti-aircraft weapons around, but you have to really baby the hell out of them if there's anything near them that can shoot them down, because they get shot down really easy. I think I'm just going to go with this one. I don't really want to make a brand new deck right now. In fact, let's just keep all of the units similar, so we'll just keep 2 American units. I don't know if that's a good idea. The computer's a little wasteful in giving them something. America obviously has one of the best militaries, but their units are so expensive that they're not always the most efficient to use. If you can destroy a tank with a $5 unit, you wouldn't use a $500 unit. And that's America. America has the $500 unit. And the problem is, if that $500 unit then gets destroyed, the original game, you lost points based off, you lose based off how many points you lost, not how many you. So if you had a unit that killed 15 units, but all the units cost less than the 1 unit that did the killing, it was a wash. I believe this new game doesn't rate the score like that, but you don't. The more expensive these numbers listed next to these units, that's the points you have to pay to get them. And they're usually very good units for those points, but sometimes the American units are much more expensive. Like a German tank might be 140 points versus an American tank that's 240 points, at least in the original game. I'm not sure if that really holds same. This is a relatively new game. At least War Game's been around for years, and this has been around for a couple of months. So let's go. We're going to go with 2 battle units. Yeah, and we'll go with 2 Soviet units. And let's see what Death Row looks like. Okay. So, as I said before, you need to take those spots. So it becomes, you would think it's a rush to get to the zone first, but it's not. Rushing to a place that's just going to get you killed does not help. We obviously have to take Bravo and Charlie. Alpha would be great to have, but it doesn't make sense to rush there to get killed. I don't believe this is a zone, so we shouldn't have to worry about that. And I see the computer was able to spread out pretty far. But the computer didn't. Okay, the computer's signaling that they're going to go for that zone, which would be great if they actually take it. So I'm going to focus on Charlie and put myself in a position to be able to attack Echo or eventually move into Alpha. So let's see what we're going to do. As I said before, troops are the most effective units as far as being cost effective and effective as far as fighting. So we're going to get a couple of Bradleys. I can't even bring them that far over. Yeah, I have no clue how the computer is able to move stuff that far over. All right. We'll set up, I guess, using this road. So we're going to send in 2 Bradleys. We're going to send in some anti-air weapons because we don't want to get jumped. We're going to send in a 2 tanks. All right, so you have a law fire team. We want to get a variety of units. They took away, they used to have a place for you to be able to reload your weapons. We're going to need artillery, so I guess we'll get 2 artillery guns. But we want to keep them way outside of battle. And let's see if we can select.
Ready to fire.
Oh, we need to select both of them. All right. How many points we got? Already down to 160. I would like to bring a recon unit. Kiowa's great, but we're going. We need a recon unit for our tanks anyway. So we're gonna drive up this coast, get settled in here, disgorge our troops to take over. And the nice thing about this game is that we can plan all this out ahead of time. Let's see.
Looking for enemy planes.
We're going to unload at. I guess we'll take this.
Bring us there, taxi.
Okay. We're definitely going to need to reinforce.
Tank ready.
We're going to unload there. We're going to set up our
Waiting for
M1s.
instructions.
Did I get both of them?
Red 6. Mount it up.
Yeah, I'm not sure if we're getting both of them. We're going to get them into this tree line. And we'll take care of the rest of it. Yeah, let's start it up.
Run.
That's our anti-air weapon, so we're going to hide them outside of the front, close enough to actually do something useful. And this is
Red
our
6. Mount it up.
recon, which we're going to put out further so we can see enemies coming up. And we're going to get our artillery.
at your orders.
We're going to smoke that area so the enemy can't do anything with us on the way there.
Load smoke rounds.
That being said, these are kind of expensive units. The AMRAAM, okay, so that's air superiority, and the other 2 are bombers.
Beware, commies nearby.
Looks like the computer already got units out there. How did it do that? Well, we'll get our guys in place. Looks like it's going to be a fight right off the bat. Alright, we're going to be a little stingy with our ammo because I don't know how much stuff we got. We can let it finish. I did send a command unit out there, didn't I? I am not sure if I did.
Run. It's hot here.
Yep, them under fire is what I need. Okay, we got a lot of heavy units coming in. I need some more anti-tank guys. Where's my fire team?
Damn, that was close. Yes, Captain.
Okay, we're gonna smoke.
All ammo
move up to engage those guys on the road. Actually, we're going to let our troops fight some of this, so we're going to pull back a little. And I'm going to get an attack helicopter around here sometime. And I'm going to get an Apache. We have an anti-air unit right there, so we should be okay. And our Abrams should be able to fire through smoke. And let's pull up our artillery and drop a bomb. Computer being pretty aggressive again. And it got itself blown up. Yeah, that did not work out well. Let's bring a logistics truck up so we can start repairing everything.
I hear you loud and clear. Best job I've ever had.
Oh, we got a command unit.
Do you have a target, Captain? Copy, right up. Get in formation. Adjusting on target.
All right.
Captain and his crew welcome you aboard.
We're going to fly the Apache a little further up, bring our anti-air. And the Apache should be able to engage anyone from maximum distance.
This is Red 2. Enemy spotted.
All right. While I'm totally concentrating on that, there's enemies driving straight up into the territory I left my computer to manage, which is probably a mistake. So I'm going to bring up some recon and cover my butt there because I don't trust the computer. I'm probably going to have to swing that Apache over, actually.
Checklist completed. Ready to go. Beware, commies nearby.
Yeah, we're going to make sure those units don't threaten that. We have enough tank forces there that should be able to take care of it.
It's gonna rain down on them crawlers.
I got a lot of tanks coming in.
Ready to fire.
We're going to use artillery for this.
Be careful. Enemies nearby. Adjusting on target.
AA, don't fly over him.
I am listening. Where do you need us, sir?
All right, so I'm using the Apache sort of for cleanup.
Beware, commies nearby.
Really useful for that.
Someone need a guardian angel?
So we're going to bring him back over. Hopefully our tank should be coming up to cover that area. As you can tell, I'm slightly more defensive.
Tank ready. I hear you loud and clear. Enemy nearby. Protect the gun.
All right, we're going to set up our scouts here so we can see units coming in. Thought I ordered 2 of those. Only ordered 1 M1. No, we got 2.
Enemy is in range, so are we.
All right, we are going to
Commies, right up. Get in
really make sure that they can't concentrate by keep dropping bombs on them.
I hear you loud and clear.
And we're going to slowly start sneaking our tanks up. It's got to make sure we give them cover.
The captain and his crew welcome you aboard.
So we're going to land the Apaches near that refueler, get its missiles reloaded, and we're going to try to keep moving forward. We're going to get a F-15 air superiority plane, which is good at shooting down other planes. And we're keeping this area in dispute so they can't concentrate and take that spot over. Looks like they got their artillery going too. We can spot where they're launching it from. We can do alternative shots. Is that supposed to be smoke?
Beware, commies nearby. Looking for enemy plane.
All right, let's get our Apache back up. All right, looks like we do have a decent force straight up.
Yes, sir.
Let's move our... Ooh, I don't want to move our tanks to their line yet.
Nearby.
Let's get a couple anti-tank troops. Looks like we have a force coming up here. If we can rush them in there, that would be great. And let's get... We definitely need a couple anti-tank guys.
Beware, commies nearby.
All right. Let us... Okay, we got our Apache taking care of business. Probably going to need that artillery gun, which I'm pretty sure it's almost out of ammo, to suppress these guys.
Right up. Get in formation.
And let's see if I can get my tanks to recognize that area.
Second platoon, ready, sir. Beware, commies nearby. Waiting for
All right, we're
instructions.
going to unload at this position and give him an older tank as backup. Give him a base Stinger just in case we got any
Beware,
problems.
commies nearby.
Unload at that position. All right, looks like we got some stuff coming down the line, but we got tanks, we got M1s there.
Checklist completed. Ready
All
to
right,
go.
we are still getting our butt handed to us, and I haven't lost that many units, so I'm gonna blame the computer being too aggressive.
Enemy nearby. Protect the gun.
I'm gonna reload this Apache.
Where do you need us, sir?
If we can figure out where the artillery gun is firing from, we can do counterfire. There it is.
Yes, Captain.
I can't imagine we still have
10 degrees up.
any ammo left. Let me put a supply truck near them. All right.
This is Red 2. Enemy spotted.
All right. Units destroyed. We got tanks. I don't have another anti-air unit by them. Let's get an anti-air.
Beware, commies nearby.
All right. Oh, they got a Strela.
Down.
That's a really good anti-aircraft weapon. I'm pretty sure we spooked their artillery.
has your orders.
So this time we're going to go for that Strela.
Adjusting on target.
If we can get rid of that, we can have our helicopter come back over.
Where do you need us, sir?
All right, he's fully loaded. We're going to stay away from that Strela, because that's really good at killing planes and helicopters. We're still getting stomped.
Beware, commies nearby. If the enemy is in range, so are we.
Okay, I see an attack helicopter coming. Let's get our stingers up.
Get ready to engage.
And did we destroy that Strela? What is it doing? Why is the helicopter flying right next to everyone?
Careful, enemies nearby.
If I try to save him, I'll probably get more of my units killed.
Mount it up.
Alright, let's see if we can get closer.
Engine is running. We're waiting.
gonna go with one of the more expensive M1s. All right.
Ready to pound them, sir.
Let's disrupt
Adjusting
their
target.
troops. All right, we got some units hiding in the corner.
Someone call for a cab? Beware, commies nearby.
We can bring the M1s up.
I hear you loud and clear. Second platoon, let's go.
Let's see if we can suppress these guys first.
Load smoke rounds.
So we completely pushed them out of this zone.
High.
So we are going to force our way through,
I'm listening.
especially since the computer already did. And we're going to see if we can get a command unit in here. But I know there's something hiding in that forest. So that doesn't fill me with confidence.
This is Red 2. Enemy spotted.
Unload at this position. Alright, we're moving our tanks up. We're going to bring up our recon. And we're going to bring up a couple of cheap tanks to cover this area. And we want to threaten this area so they don't feel comfortable leaving units there. Oh, we got a
Repeat control.
fast mover coming in.
Move and open your eyes.
We're going to bring in our F-15 to shoot him down.
Yes, sir.
Bam.
Winchester, I'm out of ammo.
And he's gone. He did his job. Smoked the guy who was coming in to bomb us. I'm a happy camper. All right.
I'm listening, Captain.
We need to take that guy out.
Fire!
All right, if we can totally scare them out of this area, I'd be very happy.
Beware, commies nearby.
Does that thing have an anti-air weapon? Oh, I didn't check.
Go on, control. This is
I
Red
think
2.
you guys earned your
Enemy
own
spotted.
Apache because they're pushing back into that area really hard now.
It's hard here. Winchester, enemy at 3 o'clock high.
All right. Did that take out the helicopter? That would have been cool.
Knife low.
All right.
Ready.
I do need some extra force in here so I can push in. Let's bring up two of...
Coming.
All right, we're going all the way in.
Formation. Assault formation. On me. Waiting for air or ground target. Fire at will. Coming. Straight up. Get in formation. Waiting for instructions, sir. Knife low.
All right, that should scare them out. We are pushing hard into Alpha. If we can find their, there's a lot of anti-air up there.
Enemy at 3 o'clock high.
We're gonna bring in an anti-air helicopter. And we have two tanks coming in.
Platoon formed and ready. I'm there. You shoot first and ask questions.
All right, so we're definitely pushing them really
Beware,
hard now.
commies nearby.
Let's get another recon.
We're being shot at.
some heavy tanks.
Beware, commies nearby.
And we're going to bring in a refresh. All right, we got money coming in. Oh,
Any update? Copy, leader.
we got our F-15 coming in to take out that Su-25.
I'm hit.
Take them out.
It's too hot here.
Ah.
I'm getting out.
They got my F-15. It did his job, but that hurt.
Sir.
That was not nice.
Enemy at 3 o'clock high.
All right, we're bringing up. Where's my anti-air? There it
Someone
goes.
need a guardian angel? I'm making an attack run. Beware, commies nearby.
Okay, it has stingers, so missed.
Ammo depleted.
Only got one left. All right, I need to get him
The
reloaded.
captain and his crew welcome you aboard. On my way to coordinates. Out.
All right, so we're gonna go get him reloaded.
Ready to fire. Copy. Right up. Get in formation.
Artillery.
Waiting for fire. Adjusting the
We're
target.
gonna do counter battery fire.
Let's get out of here. The captain and his crew welcome you aboard. We're an easy target here.
Let's bring up the Apache and see if we can smoke that guy.
Waiting for instructions, sir. Copy. Right up. Get in formation.
Uh-oh, I don't see my counter fire.
We're in.
Oh, they're counter firing my guys.
Artillery at your orders.
Let's move, everybody.
Good
When you
riddance,
think
sir.
you're the one being smart.
Copy. Right up. Get in formation.
Let's bring another supply truck in.
Brian, get down.
Looks like we lost our command unit that was here.
At your orders.
And that's the problem when you stop paying attention. You're, whoa.
It always comes down to the infantryman and his right.
Tell me I have somebody in that area. Yeah, we got an M1.
Hot here. Beware, commies nearby. Squadron ready. One more hit, we're done. Red 6, mount it up. You have orders, Captain?
All right, let's get these guys in
Commies
position.
nearby. Yes, sir. Backward!
Baka.
We're done! Winchester,
There's clearly some serious anti-air weapons here. If I get my artillery back up and running, let's bring a little pain to that spot. And now we know not to bring the helicopter anywhere near there.
Commies, right up. Get in formation.
Let's bring over the Let's bring over the Apache to cover this area that's getting infested.
I'm hit.
All right, that will cover anything in this area.
Just point the target. Commies, right up. Get in formation.
right, if we can get another logistics. Ah, we lost 2 logistic units. That sucks, but as long as they're not earning points from it. Let's move our guys up.
Get ready to engage. This is Red 2. Enemy spotted. Backward.
And we're going to engage these guys. We are still behind the enemy. What are you doing? There's a T-80 driving up the street. Thank you. Why was he allowed to drive up the street?
I am in charge here. We're an easy target here. Copy. Right up. Get in formation.
Alright, we're going to reinforce protecting our command unit. We can't really afford to lose them. We need the points. We should have anti-air guys in this area. There we go.
We're an easy target here.
Ah, they're counter-firing my artillery again. I think they smoked my artillery. That's my fault for not paying attention to it. You get so caught up with the other things going on in the battlefield, you can't really recognize when your units are in danger. Alright, let's get these guys in place.
This war will be over by Christmas. Let's go.
Don't they always say that? We are now ahead of the computer.
Where do you need us, sir? Copy. Right up. Get in formation. Damn, that was close. Let's go. And watch out for the rest of this.
Ugh,
What are the orders?
I got nothing to stop that guy. Let's get another
Waiting instructions.
S-15. And let's smoke that guy before he does any more damage.
Copy. Right up. Get in formation.
There we go. Let's evacuate him before he comes under fire from something else. Come on.
I'm hit.
Alright, made it out. I really want to kill whatever's in there now. Artillery. We got mortars. That might work if drop some bombs in that area.
Yes, Captain.
Oh, looks like the computer took over this area. Nice. They're not completely useless.
War Daddy to Red Leader. I am listening.
We're going to set up a loadout for our troops for the helicopter to get reloaded.
Welcome you aboard.
Let's get fire team in that
War Daddy to Red Leader.
area coming up.
Copy. Right up. Get in formation.
Ah, crap.
Take
Move, move, move.
it's on here.
Damn. Oh, that was painful. That was painful.
Copy. Right up. Get in formation.
That hurt.
Mount it up.
That really hurt. Oh, that hurt even more.
Everybody.
All right. We got to move over. We got artillery coming in. We really need to bomb that area.
What are your orders, sir? Copy. Right up. Get in formation. Full reverse now. We got a man down. War Daddy, Red Leader. I'm listening.
All right. We got a decent control area here. If we can just get we gotta take out their artillery. There it is. We're going to try to bomb it.
Back up! Back up! Medic! Copy. Right up. Get in formation.
All right, we're going to try to smoke that artillery because it's doing major damage. And we are going to see if we can hit that guy. Yeah, I don't think we're going to be able to. Maybe get the helicopters done.
Enemy spotted. Medic! Winchester.
What happened? Yeah, we won. Yeah, the computers was not great with the kills. It got more conquest points than I did, though. Well, anyway, it's 11 o'clock. I think we're going to end our stream here. I once again want to say thank you for everyone who's logged into the stream, who may see this stream later. I want to say thank you again to everyone who's donated. Once again, this is a charity for our children's hospitals, our local children's hospital. So all of this money goes to help sick children. And I'm probably going to try to stream again sometime in the next 30 days. Really want to see if I can meet my $1,000 goal. But if not, I'm very happy and thankful for what we